Stop! There's a bloody tree there. Close to that tree for getting out, I think. But the man has belief that he can do it, and I believe that Lee can do it. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. We've stopped at the services, still on our way down to the coast.
Morning everyone.
Lisa's going to see if you can work out the fuel.
We'll just pump it in. Yay! It's working.
It's a bit easier than the time we stopped at Portugal and we weren't the only ones that couldn't work out how to do it. At least it's a straightforward one.
That one you had to pay first and then get your fuel. But this is €150 per litre. Not too bad.
So while Lee's getting some fuel, I'll explain where we're going. We were going to go to an air, which was about €10 for the night with a barrier. But because I'm not feeling very well and because it's quite hot and the heat's not helping me, we've decided to go to a campsite near the coast, so we're hoping it'll be a bit cooler. So we've booked a campsite called Clara. It's near Tarragona. So we're gonna leave here once he's got his fuel and head down there. So we'll take you a little bit along the journey and see if there's anything interesting to show you. Here he comes, look.
I come up with snacks and your favourite crisps.
Oh yeah, I do love them. If I can eat them because of my throat,
well,
I'll try.
Yeah, we'll see.
So how much was that?
€91 to fill up. So
right.
Seems more expensive for everything else. The crisps and the drink.
Right, we're going to head off to that campsite I was telling you about. See you when we get there.
When you are under the weather, getting caught in the storm, do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby.
This is where we're going. Careful of the bump.
Bumpity bump.
Right hand side, remember.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have to park in here. I'll double check we can get in. It's on your email, so you're probably going to have to jump out. Might need passports as well.
Ah, yes.
Managed to get some water on a hose that fits. Or tap that fits our hose, I believe. Oh, it looks like that's not working either. To move back a bit, do you?
Yeah, because that water tap's not working. So I've got to go back to the other one. Back here somewhere. Hopefully.
I think we may have found it. Ah, it's over there. So I think she didn't realise the one that she told us wasn't working, and this one is. So I'm probably going to have to jump in now and tell them what the score is with the water. So we're on 50%. Yep, that's 100%, but that just went from 50 to 100. Lee's just had to run off and turn the tap off. It just went to 100% from 50, like that.
I think the sensors are playing up again. Seems to be a common thing.
At least we've got water now, eh?
Yeah, well, we're full up. I was going to put it to 75, but
Didn't give you a chance, did it? We're straight to 100. So I believe what's going to happen now is we're going to get shown to our pitch and parked by a member of the staff, which is a family-run campsite. So she did say it's her brother that's going to take us. It's a bit tight because of the trees and stuff like that. So, but that's how they do it out here. So she's trying to give us the biggest one that's available for our size motorhome. But we'll just see when we get there. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when you're trying to park in tight spaces when there's lots of low-hanging trees.
Big parked up. Let's get in that bar for a beer. It's cool in there. Honestly.
Did I just hear Lee say bar and beer?
Yes. Look at me, I'm dripping.
Me too. It's so warm. Stop! There's a bloody tree there. It is quite tight. That's close, but the man who's done this every day and he gets big vehicles in here. But he says normally with the door on the other side. So he brings them in this side. But we've got that tree just there. I just don't want him to reverse into it. Watch that tree. Okay. Stop. That's all right. I think we'll be all right there. And there's the train. Yeah, so that guy, he's really good at parking us. It's amazing. So that tree is quite close. And he says when we leave, he's going to help us out again. But the only way we can go out is not that way, is that way. So we'd have to try and tight lock it through there. But not really going back much because you did that tree.
That's driving, that is.
Yeah, you're driving in his directions. I think he was happy with you because you were doing as he said.
Yeah.
I was just watching the trees.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so glad we're on a campsite and we're in a bit of shade.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause it's warm. I don't know, do we get the screen cover on? I think we will try and get that cab cooled down a bit because it's warm.
Yeah, but we are under trees as well, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
Not
get some
complaining.
chairs out, like you said.
Yeah, I think we should go and have a pint first.
I think we should not go to the bit of pint this sweaty though, eh?
Oh, you can do sweat. I'll do sweat over a pint.
Lee's setting the fans up.
Yeah, because we're on hookup as well.
We can turn the chairs around as well, can't we?
Yeah, just getting these done first so I can stop dripping. I can plug them in and leave them plugged in then.
I see what you mean, don't need the power bank for them.
To run off the battery, but gives them a bit more power. Keeps that air flowing through, which is what we need. And we turn the chairs around. I'm definitely going to get that pint.
It's great being able to go on to free park ups and airs and things like that. But in this weather, it's just, you can't put your chairs out. I know people do, but you're not supposed to. And to be honest, I don't think in this weather there would be too much of a problem because they would understand why. But I'd rather be comfortable and be somewhere where we can have a bit of shade, get the chairs out. So paying a little bit more for a campsite in this heat is just had to be done, didn't it, darling? Had to be done. So we were going to have a free party. I know an air for about €10 or something tonight, weren't we?
Yeah.
But
yeah, we was, but
no, this is much better.
And I think
Much
I'm going to
better.
get the silver screen on because that is roasting at the front there. The sun's directly above it.
Oh, right, let's get this done and then let's get that beer that you keep talking about. And goes the silver screen. You're not on, maybe it'll help.
Oh, wait a minute.
There we go.
So, if you're up this end, the Tarragona end, then yeah, there is a big train line running through, and most of the campsites have got that train line running through. So just be aware of that. As long as it don't bother you.
Done.
It's drying out anyway.
Yep, so that's where we are. Close to that tree for getting out, I think. But the man has belief that he can do it, and I believe that Lee can do it.
If you can get it in there, then you can get it out. Hopefully.
Hi, good morning, welcome back.
Good morning, everyone.
So, Yeah, as you know, we were up in Zaragoza and we were going to go to another air last night, but because of the heat and we're kind of stuck in the van if we want an air most of the time, and I'm not being very well. I'm still not 100% now, but getting better. We decided to come down to the coast on the campsite so we could get the chairs and stuff out and have a bit more airflow and a bit more shade and everything.
Just make it easier really, because you can, like Jodie said, get stuff out and sit in the shade on the outside.
Yeah, well, we've had a really nice evening here, and we're going to have another evening here, so we're here for 2 nights before we go to the campsite that we booked in Salou.
Yeah.
So we're just up the coast from Salou, near Tarragona, at a place called Torredembarra, which we're just near Clara. I think that's a local town.
Right.
And this campsite is called Parking Clara.
Yeah.
So
a nice little site actually.
Yeah.
Bit tight getting on, but
I mean, yeah, a bit tight getting on, but there's a few like that, isn't there, anyway? But you'd have seen we sort of squeezed on. But this is where we are, which is quite nice. We've got all that shade up there, which is good. And yeah, Lee's fantastic parking with the owner helping him. And the beach is down here, which we'll take you to later on. So this is the way we came in. We're just walking through here back towards, this is your restaurant area and reception area here. Just here. This is where we came in yesterday. Through that barrier. There's your reception, and there's the big sign, Clara Camping and Bungalows, actually. And he's just finding the bins. This is quite a busy road, but they do have a cycle track, the walkway on it, so all good. Looks like there's a bus stop just down from the campsite as well. I'm not sure where that'd take you. And another campsite here for motorhomes as well. Relax Soul, I think. Parking at the end of here, near the roundabout. There's a Burger King and a McDonald's over there. And I believe there's a Lidl.
Yeah, behind McDonald's.
Yeah. So that's not too bad. And then I can see in the distance there's a petrol garage. Yeah, so we just got to find, I think the town is up that way. I'm going to go and have a look. So we've just worked out that there's actually a footbridge across, because I was wondering how we were going to get across that roundabout. And it's just here. Option of a slope, the ramp instead of the stairs, which is good. But we'll just take the stairs. Yeah, so it looks a bit of a marina over there. See some boats. The sea looks beautiful and the sand. Looks a lovely area. So this is just it's a bridge for cars. Obviously it's got a footpath on it. It's not just a footbridge like I thought initially. That direction says Barcelona. We aren't walking that far, love, don't worry.
No. We crossed over. There's a crossing there.
Oh, so if we'd have come down here, gone over there, we could have crossed. And then walked up there? Yeah, that's okay. We've got better views this way. There's a sign telling us to go to Clara, which is where we're heading, and Tarragona a bit further, so just so you've got an idea of roughly where we are. Lee's got the Google Maps out now. Maybe not always great for the motorhome, but definitely great for navigating your way around towns and cities on foot. That looks like a bit of an older type building. And round here, definitely. And this is the way we go. And cactuses, or cacti. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Yeah, that's it. Look at that. Bell tower at the top.
Is Lee going to give us some knowledge?
It's the Church of St. John the Baptist.
Oh,
It's the town's more ancient Christian temple. Since this small neighbourhood, the origin of, I can't even say the place we're at,
Torredembarra, something Torredembarra.
that place,
Yeah.
in the 11th century.
What we'll do,
It sort of looks a bit like
show you some, show you some pictures.
It's got 1842 written above the door, so it must be the rough time, 1842.
Let's go and have a look at it. Yep, look at that. 1842. Look at that.
Different times.
Must be
different things
timings
on.
for different things, yeah. Well, isn't that pretty special? So it looks like, if you can see it on here, but it did look like that. I don't know what happened.
So the castle, or this place, dates back to March 1057.
Wow.
So I don't think, I'm assuming it was around here. This was the castle, maybe.
Maybe we're on the castle grounds then.
Yeah.
Maybe this is where we are, in the actual grounds. That might be somebody's garden I'm peeping in on. Then you come out to all these apartments. I like little finds like that, a bit of history about a place. Like that. And amongst all the modern, you just go down the back street and you find the history. I think that's great. It's good, isn't it, having the mix of the both?
Yeah.
Your touristy modern side, and then you...
Don't know where this leads.
I think we go back down there
Yeah.
and back into town. Ah, is this the centre?
Possibly.
There's lots of motorhomes, camper vans around here, aren't they? Lots of places, little campsites as well. So I think it's only a little town, Clara, I think what we've seen.
Yeah.
But there's lots of bars and restaurants, and so you've got the castle and the history here, and it's very pretty and nice.
It's very
isn't
pretty.
It?
Yeah. It's worth a stop in, but it's the beach as well.
Yeah.
I went for a dip yesterday, and that water was lovely and warm.
So
it's
we're going to
ideal.
head back now, just nip to Lidl, and then go back and show you the beach, because that's
Yeah.
what we really want to do, isn't it?
Yeah, beach time.
Let's go and do that now, beach time. So what do you reckon the temperature is today?
Well, the temperature gauge says 30 back at the van,
Yeah.
so it's got to be around there. What it's getting up to over the day, I don't know. I think it was about 36 yesterday.
We've got a bit of cloud cover today. You are getting a bit of a breeze. We've been near the coast. Not much.
No,
It's quite muggy, isn't it?
it is more muggy here by the coast than it is inland. Inland is quite dry here.
Yeah. So we're just walking around the long way to Lidl, see if we can see anything else
Yeah.
as we go nearer the coast. So you can park in here, but depending on your size, I would say.
Yeah.
Because
Double bays, haven't they?
they haven't got double bays as we can see. However, I did see motorhomes parked in that car park over the road where we were a minute ago, so maybe they're parking over there and coming across. There is more parking around here, so possibly... Oh, yeah.
Double bays, so you can park.
Oh, you can park down the other side. There's some double bays down there, so happy with that. You've got all your pastries and croissants and that there.
Yeah.
It's nice and cool in here, isn't it?
Lovely.
Right, let's get what we need and get out of here. That's lunch bought from Lidl, so that was quite handy. They do fresh bread at the campsite, don't they? If you
do,
ask
yeah.
for it, I believe. But watch where you're walking. The road's a bit uneven around the trees where the roots have come up. But yeah, you can get that. There's a restaurant there. We might eat there a bit later, maybe, or something.
Yeah. Not
See
sure
how
what
we
they serve yet. I think a lot of people yesterday having paella. It's not really my thing.
I've seen salads as well.
Have you?
Yeah, so we'll just have a look. It's very There's very Dutch, German and Spanish, I think. That's the main, and the odd English
Yeah.
that are on the campsite. But it's Costa Dorada, and that I find that it's quite Germans, Dutch and Spanish kind of place, really,
Yeah.
where they come and visit.
All that,
Yeah, which is good because it's not primarily English, like, say, Benidorm and that. It's nice to have a mixture. If you do come in here, the ramps are quite steep, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite big ramps, so chance of knocking off me water pipe again.
Well, like we said though, there's some people parking in the car park down there, so I think over in that direction they may do that rather than take that risk, because I don't see many. Seen one in there earlier on motorhome. It looks like you can you rent them out, do you reckon, or it's just buy them?
I think that's just that.
Ah, right, okay.
Probably.
Oh,
Makes
cool. What's going on, Lee?
Huh? Right, we've done some cooking and we seem to have ants. Really tiny ants. I'm just trying to work out where they're getting in the van. Now I think they were climbing up the EHU lead and they're coming in from somewhere around here. Only teeny. They seem to have wanted to work their way up to this work surface. You probably can't even pick them up, but very small. But then when you get a cluster of them, it can be annoying.
You say they're all walking at the back of the van?
Yeah, well, they were on the back of the van, the side of the van even.
Yeah, it looks all clear now. We ain't got any more coming in. So it must have just been because of the cooking. Look at that blooming heat. It's like 7 o'clock in the evening. I mean, I don't mind it being warm, but... Ellie's put the Omnivent on. It's doing its job today. We don't have it on very often, but it's definitely keeping the back of the motorhome cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's an Omnivent thing, isn't it? I suppose it's a bit like a maxi fan. Not as good, but it keeps the van cool. You can either suck the hot air out or push some cool air in. It's working.
So what we're doing at the moment then? Sucking it out or pushing it in?
We're pushing it in actually, so it keeps it
Ah,
quite
right,
cool.
okay.
Yeah.
Ah, but it is nice and cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go...
Right, we'll turn it off so we're off out.
Yeah, we're going to go see if there's a marina at the end of this path that leads off the beach. We're just closing it all up. Seems a shame to lock it all up and make it all warm again. We are heading away from the campsite for a little bit. We are pitch number 217. And this is the way you head down for the beach. And this gate needs a key, doesn't it?
It does to get in. So yeah, you get a key that you just put on the sensor thing and it opens up the gate for you. Get out, you don't need it.
Yeah, well, if you forget it and you've gone out, you can't get back in.
Right, unless you go all the way around.
And they have got showers and sinks here, so when you come off the beach you can wash yourself down, which I used earlier. Definitely needed, so it doesn't go in the motorhome. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's where you put your key. Underpass under the railway track.
Back up there.
There's a bit of a nature trail around here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks that way. Give information on the wildlife that is around here.
We did see a bird earlier, but it looks nothing like any of them. So I've left it quite wild growing around here for nature.
I like these walkways they've got to the beach. Ideal.
It's like decking, isn't it? And it's definitely cooler down this bit.
7:15 at night and everyone's still enjoying the day.
And I believe right over in the distance is Barcelona. You won't be able to see it so well on the camera, but up that way. And this is like a private beach area. Right, do we want to do that walk on the marina to the marina?
Yeah.
Let's do that then. A little bit busy on there to be walking around talking with a camera.
It's great.
We didn't expect it to be as busy at that time. We thought it'd be a bit quieter. But it's busier than it was earlier, isn't it?
I think it's busy until the sun goes down. I mean, it's hot enough.
What a beautiful little beach though, just, you know, walking distance from your van like that.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. The Wizard of Oz. Just follow the yellow brick road. In this case it's wood. Oh, the yellow stops just here. So we're on our own now. See where it comes out to. That's that car park. So you know that car park?
Yeah.
Because that's the footbridge
Yeah.
over there. So it does bring you out, let me show you. So we could have come this way earlier because that's the footbridge that we walked across into town, and this is the car park. So yeah, we could, looks like some people have got their motorhomes in there, doesn't it?
It does. Well, that's the way we're going.
I thought we were going along carrying that along now. Don't know. Let's find out. Is it just the beach? So this is not the actual car park we showed you earlier, it's a bit further down towards the campsite. And looks like there's a few vans here, so whether you can actually stay here overnight, I don't know, I've not really looked it up. So that's the train track there. We were on the other side of the train track earlier, and then we went onto that bridge from there. So this is definitely a different car park. Looks like a hidden park up. And here's the, looks like the Marina Club or something. So that looks like the Marina side that we saw with all the boats, but they're actually on the sand. So shall we walk around the other way and see if we can get into the restaurant-y bit or whatever it is? Yeah, it looks like it's a restaurant, but so it's not far from the campsite, so that's good. Oh, this is a nice open bit. I wonder what building that is. Is that just like an old church or something? Go and have a look. Not sure what this building is or what it used to be. I'll have a look. Look at that. It's got a promenade here.
Another marina down there.
Oh. Well, this looks quite nice. Yeah, this looks like another old interesting building. I'll put the writing on there so you can have a look at it. A little feel of urban over, hasn't it?
It has actually, yeah.
Yeah. With the buildings one side like that, little promenade, the restaurants, and then...
It's got a little feel of Barcelona as well.
Yeah. Well, we are right near Barcelona.
Yeah, just down the road.
Yeah. I like their volleyball on these beaches, and why not? But that's tennis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite busy, isn't it?
Yeah, very busy.
I didn't realise that it had all this to offer, did you?
No.
Just keeps going. We have heaters outside when we sit outside. They have fans. So we just stopped off at a little bar, I think it's called Q Bar.
Looks like that.
KU Bar, that's for a couple of cervezas. It's a Strella we got, isn't it? Oh, that's nice.
Very nice.
Enjoy that. Got a nice view. Salud. That was a lovely drink by the beach.
Very nice actually. It was just good to sit there in the cool air looking out at the sea.
Yeah, so we've enjoyed staying here. We've got one more night. We have enjoyed it. Yes, we're right next to a noisy train, but if you're at the other side of the campsite, you can't hear it really, can you? It's just where we are. It doesn't bother us that much, to be honest. But for a couple of nights, it's been great.
Yeah.
It's really relaxing. You can have either a bungalow, bring your own caravan, which we've seen some of them do.
Yeah.
Tents, things like that. So it's just a bit tight. Yeah, so if it wasn't for the parking and the tight squeeze, but even though saying that, the owner knows how to help you get in there, but that was the only negative for me. But it's got its own private beach. really. Well, it's not private, but it's like a private access to it.
Yeah, so it's ideal for that. Literally roll out the van straight into the sea. Near enough.
Then you've got restaurants, supermarkets, food places, you name it around it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. So everything's here locally, so it's ideal, really.
There's a few mosquitoes at the moment, so
Yeah.
I've got my spray on, so I'm hoping that that's going to sort it. Yeah, so we're going to leave this here, aren't we?
We are, and we'd like to say thank you to everyone that supports the channel and subscribes, and we will catch you on the next one. So until then, bye.
Adios.